We will now explain how the professional intelligence tools work. Professional intelligence describes both user input into the models and the ThinkSheet model output. Visualizing the thought processes makes them faster and easier to understand because 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual, and visuals are processed 60,000 times faster than text. ThinkSheet's unique common measurement system is a secret sauce, the technological breakthrough that enables users to communicate their judgments and thought processes in any language, using any visuals, and simultaneously score every element of their thought processes in a consistent way, ranging from the most positive with a score of +1 to the most negative of -1, making all elements for comparison purposes. Everyone can see, compare, customize, and update the Roach and Chanos thought processes on one-pagers. Caveat: this is a conceptual overview of ThinkSheet's features, advantages, and benefits, not a tutorial. We understand the complexity of this one-pager for first-time audiences. However, we also note that the variables are intrinsically complex. We will provide you with custom playlists demoing the step-by-step processes based on your feedback from 200 plus models and related institutional knowledge. This is a simulated country allocation use case with Jamie Dimon in the C-suite as simulated users. This is Jamie Dimon's description of the qualitative modeling process in his letter to shareholders. I've always been critical of people's excessive reliance on models since they don't capture major catalysts such as culture, character, and technological advances, and impossible to model qualitative factors, including supply chain issues, sanctions, war, and a reversal of QE in the face of unparalleled inflation. His thesis is that quantitative analysis is only partial analysis, and failing to include the qualitative issues, usually the drivers, makes him unreliable for complex decisions like country allocation. ThinkSheet models include critical qualitative metrics like government stability and regs, geopolitics, social cohesion, and animal spirits, enabling the team to integrate any important qualitative factors into their model. The model is structured and almost as versatile and dynamic as Jamie Dimon's thought processes, enabling his team to react to sudden changes in real time, like Putin's invasion of Ukraine and Xi Jinping's sudden zero-COVID pivot in response to the 2 days of widespread protest. ThinkSheet pre-populates the models and provides the tools to customize them, using the closest matches to JP Morgan's users' thought processes in its model library, broken down into reusable modules like Lego, and its research and visuals library. First, the user match. Byron Wien of Blackstone is a proxy for the strategist co-developer. Next, the thought process match from the Roach-Chanos debates on Bloomberg TV. The math is simple. For the Roach catalyst, ThinkSheet multiplied the weight of 20% times 100% score to generate the weighted score of 20% and the symbols in color. Similar process for the 3 risk and the X factors. Very easy for the team to update in a meeting. Same for Chanos hard landing. And ThinkSheet generates new thought processes, scores, and rankings instantly, as you will see in the live demos playlist. The models are modular, so JP Morgan teams can update them individually, in combination, or as a whole, and save what's most important into the thought process database for reuse. Now let's focus on the extraordinary value in time and cost savings the PI and AI bring to each other. ThinkSheet user-created scores transform their thought processes into maximum value data for the AI to augment. Everyone can see and cross-examine every element of Roach's thought process and scores for the soft landing and research whether his opinion on China has changed, which it has, because he describes himself as no longer a congenital China bull, with Jamie Dimon deciding whether to reuse any elements of Roach's model, which then goes through the ecosystem process. For the hard landing, the augmentation teams decided that Chanos' PI value was limited to the catalyst, risk, and X factors, and save them into the database for the team's consideration. Modeling Xi Jinping's thought processes is a must. His influence on the world is unparalleled, and he can change his mind in terms of policy and execution, like COVID, in a day. The team can use Henry Kissinger's thoughts for a probability of Xi Jinping invading Taiwan and the consequences, and assign the score. The thoughts of Chris Miller, the new thought leader for the chip war between the U.S. and China, regarding the impact of the U.S. advanced chips export controls on the relationships among the U.S., China, and the EU. The communications power of each judgment and the accuracy of each score is critical of the value to the PI. ThinkSheet then synthesizes the thought processes of Jamie Dimon, the C-suite, and all JP Morgan professionals as a visual story and preserves them as a goldmine of institutional knowledge